a best friend who passed away about 6 or 7 years ago.
Mhm.
Can I meet her after I die?
There's nothing impossible in the mind, but basically, when you die or someone dies, you will never ever be able to meet that person again. You know, that's the reality. For example, let's say your grandmother died. You will never be able to meet her again because she's dead. Like the person that you knew as your grandmother, the person with her name and the body, it no longer exists. Now, you will meet her in another form, in another life. That's probably highly possible. For example, we've met each other today, right? So we may think it's the first time we've met, you know, for some of us. But actually, in Buddhism, we say that even um, even if you, let's say, you're crossing the street and then you kind of brush your coat slightly against someone who is passing by you, then we say that you've known that person for thousands of lives. That kind of. So for us, meeting like this directly and being able to talk and exchange ideas, especially about Dharma, we've known each other probably, I mean, this is called the Inyan, right? You've heard of this concept, Inyan, right? It's called, Inyan means like karmic connection. And so, have you heard of this movie, Past Lives? It's a really good movie. I'd recommend it. But anyway, it's a love story, but it's about Inyan and what Inyan makes us do. And in this movie, they translate Inyan as destiny, which is very interesting. That makes sense to me. Inyan and destiny, kind of like that. So, like for example, you came here because you were destined to come here. This is your destiny to come to this class this Saturday anyway. I mean, I don't know how much more destiny we have together, but this is your destiny, at least today, to have come here. We say you came here by Inyan. So, and you became friends, you were friends with her because of this Inyan, because of this strong karmic connection. And because of the Inyan, you may meet again in future lives, but not in the same form, not in the same name, not with the same name. Uh, yeah. Well, that's not really your choice. You have to, it's like nobody wants to keep being reborn in the cycle of suffering, but that's not a choice. But anyway, the point is that, I mean, most likely all of us would be reborn again. Liberation is not something that's quite easy, but anyway, the point is that the person that you knew as your friend, you will meet her maybe. That's highly likely again, but maybe you'll meet her like Connie, for example. Connie came here, but maybe in past lives, maybe she was my sister. I don't know. Who knows? Well, who knows? This kind of thing we don't know. But because of you were my sister, and maybe, and then somehow you found this class, or you think you saw the app, and then it's kind of like just by chance. But in Buddhism, we say nothing is by chance. So everything is through Inyan. And Inyan means like, like destiny, kind of like destiny. So you came to Korea, for example, the foreigners here, you came to Korea through destiny, through Inyan, we call it. It's like Inyan is like an invisible force or invisible kind of um, magnetic force. So this is something you cannot explain. For example, if you're dating, you cannot meet someone unless you have inyan with that person and become friends, or you become lovers, you become marriage partners. You cannot do that unless you have some inyan, and that inyan is what impels you to be together.
So you say like the destiny cannot also like be changed. Do you think
Mhm.
it's really like written and you cannot change like also your way in life, or what is your thought about that?
Uh, I mean, I really don't know. This is a very difficult question. Because the force of the karma is so strong, it's difficult to say that one way or another. But I mean, this is the question about free will, right? So yeah, so free will is very difficult to comprehend. Like, do we have free will or do we not have free will? There's many philosophical thoughts, schools uh, examining free will, and so not all of them agree. But it's not as simple as we think. But free will, the way we think the free will is, this is for sure though, the way we think we have free will is not, that's kind of an illusion. For example, the first, like New Year's resolutions, when we have the New Year coming up, we always make do you make New Year's resolutions or not? I think almost everybody makes New Year's resolutions, right? And then we somehow think that we can change, we can, because of because it's January, and we can do it for a short time, but then again, we kind of think about all the New Year's resolutions you made and how many have really worked out. But not you, but you're not the only one. Everybody's like that. No one keeps their New Year's resolutions, right? And you think, oh, I lack willpower. But if you think like that, then everybody lacks willpower because no one keeps their New Year's resolutions. Nobody, you know. And you're not the only one that you think you have a lack of willpower. And then you think someone who has great willpower, they're doing something that is extraordinary or because they have great willpower. No, usually when they're doing something and they're doing it well, it's because they love it. For them, it's not really much of an effort. It's because they love it. And that doesn't require willpower. For example, think about something like if you Blackpink, let's say Blackpink concert. Have you been to a Blackpink concert or no? Okay, maybe let's say you go. Do you think you'll be excited? Will it be difficult to get up in the morning, when you get to go to the Blackpink concert? No. You get up immediately. And you get up with energy and joy. And you start preparing with so much energy. Like yesterday, you were just completely, you didn't have any energy at all because you had to, let's say, go to work or whatever. Now you're so full of energy, right? Right? So but is that willpower? No. It's just because you love it. So you have so much energy and it's not difficult for you to get in the car or to get in the public transportation and to get there and be completely like awake and aware, alive. Not at all difficult, you know. And it's not because of the willpower, because you love it, and so that gives you that kind of energy. Um, so it's not like people have this willpower is also kind of illusion. And no one can do something that they don't want to do or they dislike doing just on their own willpower. So willpower is also an illusion. It's an illusion. For example, you hated your cleaning your room, right? When you were a kid. I don't know. Everybody hates that or nobody hates, I don't know. So let's say, but then your mom says, clean your room. And then were you able to like clean your room based on like your willpower? No. You might have just made it look like clean, a little bit. Maybe you put everything underneath in the closet or something, but you hated doing it. And every minute you resisted cleaning your room, you don't have any energy at all because you're resisting, right? So no one can really have willpower to do something that they hate doing. No one has that willpower. So willpower again is an illusion. So willpower is an illusion, free will is an illusion. So it's difficult to know the true workings of the willpower and free will. Yeah. Okay, we'll finish here today.